Welcome back to Epic Enigmas. We are doing morphology. Morphology is a study of internal structure of words. Word structure. Word structure refers to the way words are constructed from smaller units such as morphemes, and these smaller units can be combined in various ways in order to create new words and to convey different meanings. That's a layout of morphology. What are the key components of word structure? Number one, you're gonna get the definition of morpheme. Morpheme is the smallest unit of a meaning in a language. The smallest unit of a meaning in a language. It can be either free or it can be bound. For example, free morpheme. It can stand alone as a word. For example, run, cat. We also have bound morphemes. It's a morpheme that cannot stand on its own. Walked, for example, in, cuts, edged. Yes, we can have stems. The core part of a word, often the base form to which other morphemes can be added. Then we have affixes. These are the morphemes that are added to stems to change their meaning or their grammatical function. For example, we have prefixes and suffixes. Prefixes, they are added before the word pre before. For example, unhappy. And then we have suffixes, they are added after the stem. Quickly, word li. We continue. We have types of morpheme, the smallest unit of a meaning in a language. It cannot be further divided into smaller, meaningful units. Types of morphemes. We have morph, we have allomorph. So morph is a realization of a morpheme. It is a concrete form of a morpheme. It is the concrete form of a morpheme that takes in a particular context. Allomorph, a variant of morpheme. Different allomorphs of the same morpheme may have different phonological forms, but they carry the same meaning. For example, the plural form in English can be realized as s, gets. For example, s boxes, or zero, e.g. shape, no change at all. We have the conditioning morphemes. Phonological conditioning, there are three of them: grammatical conditioning and lexical conditioning. Phonological conditioning, when the choice of allomorph is determined by phonological environment. For instance, the plural morpheme in English is realized as s, as vibrant sounds, e.g. bruises, as s. For example, cats. Then we have grammatical conditioning, when the choice of allomorph is determined by the grammatical factors such as the part of speech or grammatical function of the word. For example, the past tense morpheme in English can be realized as had, regular verbs, or through irregular forms, went, so. Lexical conditioning, when the choice of allomorph is determined by specific lexical item. For example, the plural of a child is children and not childs. So we have three of them: phonological conditioning, grammatical conditioning, and lexical conditioning. Classification of morphemes in terms of roots, bases, and affixes. Morphemes can be based on their role in word function. For example, the roots. This is the core of a word, the core part of a word, the most basic unit in a word. It cannot also be further divided. For example, cat, run, happy. Then we have stems, a root or a combination of a root and one or more affix. It forms the core of a word to which other morphemes can be added. Can be used as a word itself. In some cases, a stem can function as a complete word. For example, walk, stem of walker. You see, walk is a stem of walker. Believe, a stem of unbelievable. It can stand as a word on its own. We have bases. A stem or a combination of a stem and one or more affixes. It is the part of a word to which affixes are added to create new words. Can be used as a word itself, like stems. Bases can also function as complete words. Examples: happy, base of happily. Unbelievable, base of unbelievably. Affixes, morphemes that are added to stems or bases to change their meaning or grammatical function. They can be prefixes added before the base or suffixes. Example: an, prefix in unhappily, suffix in happily. To summarize, roots are the most basic units of meaning. Stems and bases are core parts of words in which affixes are added. Affixes modify the meaning or grammatical function of stems and bases. Word formation processes we're going to take two, which are majorly morphology. Word formation processes are mechanisms by which new words are created in a language. We have derivation and we have compounding. Adding of affixes to the base of a word. Example, you can add prefix or suffix. If you add a prefix, for example, in the word happy, han, you get han, happy. Suffixes after the base, happily, you had ly, you get happily. Compounding. Compounding involves combining two or more independent words, and this creates new words with combined meaning. Example, bed plus room, room, bedroom. Find, track, girlfriend. We're gonna take it from there in our next lecture. Make sure you be here at Epic Enigmas. Subscribe and share to your friends. Thank you so much.